Hi y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna do part 2 of my eBay book haul. And it's the day after Christmas. I leave my Christmas stuff up till New Year's, so I'm not sure when I'll be posting this, but I don't know when this is going up, so that's why this is still up. I'm filming the day after Christmas. We'll start with The Wizard of Oz, illustrated by Hilderbrandt, Francois. I just love this edition. Happy to have that. And another book haul, I mentioned this author's book that it was in verse, and I didn't realize it was in verse, but I wanted it for a while, and I said I got her other book. And this is Root Beer Candy and Other Miracles. It's by Shari Green. And it's also in verse, and I didn't know, but it just sounds incredible. 11-year-old Bailey believes in miracles. She has to. It will take a miracle to keep her warring parents together. This summer, they are at marriage counseling camp, leaving Bailey and her little brother Kevin with their estranged grandmother in the west coast island town of Felicity Bay. There, an eccentric deposed minister prophesies that a stranger from the sea will change everything. When Bailey discovers a mermaid-shaped piece of driftwood, she begins to believe that the mermaid is the stranger from the sea. Then, when the dolphin becomes stranded on the beach, Bailey forgets her own troubles and rouses the reluctant locals into action. That just sounds really great, so I'm very excited. And then you'll see the second book in another book haul I'd wanted in a giveaway the publisher did on their Instagram. So I got the first book from eBay, and it's The Beckett List. It's a Blackberry Farm story by Adele Griffin. Everything is changing for Beckett Branch. From subways to sidewalks to safety rules, she is a city kid born and raised. Now the Branch family is trading urban bustle for big green fields and moving to help their gran on Blackberry Farm, where Beckett has to make sense of new routines from feeding animals to baling hay. But Beckett is ready. She even makes her own Beckett List for how to be a country kid. Things don't always work out the way she planned, but whether it's selling mouth-puckering lemonade, feeding hostile hens, or trying to make a new best friend, Beckett is determined to use her city smarts to get a grip on country living. Get ready to yell "Beautiful Alert" along with Beckett as she mucks through the messy, exuberant experience of change she didn't ask for in a story that sparkles with quirky characters, cheerful humor, and unexpected adventures. It just sounds like a lot of fun. Very excited. I got Eye of the Storm by Messner. Thunder rumbles, lightning strikes, and then the sky turns dark. In the not-too-distant future, killer tornadoes and monster storms are part of everyday life. No one is safe, except the people who live in Placid Meadows, a one-of-a-kind community that even the worst tornadoes always seem to pass by. Luckily, it's where Jaden Meggs is about to spend her summer while she attends Eye on Tomorrow, the exclusive science camp that her father's company created. At camp, Jaden meets Risha, a new friend with a head for numbers and patterns, and Alex, a boy from a storm-ravaged farm outside Placid Meadows. Together, they try to find a way to stop the storms that cause so much fear, but instead they discover a dark secret about Jaden's father. Soon, a summer of cool science turns into a heart-pounding race to expose the truth and save countless lives when Jaden, Risha, and Alex face down the biggest storm of all. That sounds incredible. I'm very excited. And I got book 1 in the Threshold series, The Blue Door by Christa. I'm guessing that's how you say that. The door took her beyond our world. 14-year-old Prissy Pomeroy is seeing things. A strange kid sitting in a tree in their orchard, an ornate door in the back of the bookstore, angels. People she thought she knew aren't what they seem. Prissy likes her normal life, even if she has to put up with 5 brothers. She enjoys her friends and occasional visits from a certain blue-eyed mailman. But her hometown has secrets. A spiritual battle is unfolding, and Prissy has an assigned role to play, one even the angels guarding her do not yet understand. One thing becomes very clear. These angels are at war, and she's drawing attention from the enemy. Prissy must choose whether or not to play out her part in an unknown plan. It's the first in a 4-book series. It involves angels, demons, spiritual warfare, and one girl's role in a much bigger design. So she's 14, she has a crush, so I'm upper middle grade, but sounds amazing. I got The Serendipity of Flightless Things by Fiadhnait, Moser, I think that's how you say that. I have this author's other book, and there's both so beautiful and sound so up my alley, so I was happy to finally get her other one. Now I just need to read them. 12-year-old Finn lives in a fairy tale world all her own. Raised by her storytelling grandmother, Nuala, amidst the troubles in Northern Ireland in 1971, Finn spends her days playing make-believe in the forest with her friend, Darcy, longing to go to Enos Elia to see the swans and waiting for her father's return from the war. While Nuala revels in the safety and routine of their simple life, Finn craves adventure. But when disaster strikes, Finn finds adventure more quickly than expected. She's shipped off to Virginia to live with her long-lost mother, Eowulf. Excited to meet her newfound family, Finn can't help but notice that things are a bit unusual. The town is encircled by thorn trees and swan feathers, and heads decorate her mother's house. Finn has a sinking feeling that something's not right, and she starts to believe that what's happening isn't just coincidence. Could it be that one of her grandmother's famous stories is actually coming true? But those are just childhood folk tales, aren't they? This eerie and enchanting magical realism tale from the author of The Flourishing of Flora Lee Laurel is sure to cast a spell on readers. Very intrigued by that synopsis. I'm very excited. And then Magic Delivery by Clete Barrett Smith. Beautiful cover. What would you do with a truckload of magical costumes? Nick's schoolmates think he's a hustler. He would prefer to call himself a businessman, and he has his reasons for constantly negotiating perks from the rich kids who needs his services. After Nick wheedles an invitation to Haley's upcoming party by arranging the postponement of a test, he and his goofy friend Burger are riding their old bikes home, high on their success, when suddenly a delivery van appears in front of them. They slam on their brakes, and the van careens off over a cliff. Wait, was that a bear in the driver's seat? When the boys find the van, the back doors are open and the driver is nowhere in sight. The cargo is a collection of Hollywood-quality costumes. Nick's first thought is about how much money he could make selling the merchandise. Then Burger tries on a gorilla costume just for fun, and he is very convincing as a wild ape. Too convincing. There's definitely something strange about these get-ups. If only they came with an instruction manual. So that sounds very imaginative, very creative, and I'm very excited. And then I got the Quantum Leap Spell Robbers. It's book 1 in the Spell Robber series. I saw where the publisher wasn't going to continue it. I think it was supposed to be a 4-book series. I don't know, but I hope that's not true. It's by Matthew J. Kirby. When Ben Warner is recruited to join a science camp led by the eccentric quantum physicist Dr. Madeline Hughes, he quickly realizes it's no regular science camp. Along with his new friend Peter, Ben discovers the secret, powerful art of actuation, the ability to change reality by simply imagining it differently. But after a mysterious group of men invade Dr. Hughes' laboratory, abducting her and stealing her precious equipment, Ben and Peter are suddenly caught up in a turf war between dangerous actuators desperate for Dr. Hughes' innovative technology. As Ben and Peter are pulled into a perilous hidden world full of impossibilities now made possible, will their combined powers be enough to save Dr. Hughes and vanquish their enemies before it's too late? It just sounds so good, so I hope it does continue, but first book sounds great. And then I got one I've been wanting for so long, and it's like brand new. I just love it. It's by Laurel Snyder, and it's Orphan Island. And it has a National Book Award long list stamp on it. On the island, everything is perfect. The sun rises in a sky filled with dancing shapes. The wind, water, and trees shelter and protect those who live there. When the 9 children go to sleep in their cabins, it is with full stomachs and joy in their hearts. And only one thing ever changes. On that day, each year, when a boat appears from the mist upon the ocean carrying one young child to join them, and taking the eldest one away, never to be seen again. Today's changing is no different. The boat arrives, taking away Jimmy's best friend Dean, replacing him with a new little girl named S, and leaving Jenny as the new elder. Jenny knows her responsibility now, to teach S everything she needs to know about the island, and keep things as they've always been. But will she be ready for the inevitable day when the boat will come back and take her away forever from the only home she's ever known? Very intrigued by that. I want to know why. I just want to know. So very excited to finally have that. It's Nevers by Sarah Cassidy. Welcome, dear reader, to the wondrous tale of the smart, resourceful Odette and her mortally clumsy mother, Annalyn. Be brave and take heart, for our adventure begins in France at the end of the 18th century with the pair fleeing yet another calamity caused by Annalyn. Fate leads them to the quaint town of Nevers, where Odette does her best to make a home. But things are not always as they seem in Nevers. What mysteries will Odette stumble upon? What marvels will she encounter? Within these pages, kind reader, you will learn how Odette and Annalyn's arrival to Nevers will change them and the town forevermore. Yay! I got Schools for Skylarks by Sam Angus. People do think you're a bit odd, you know, but I don't. I think you're funny and sweet and brave and unusual. It is 1939 when Lila is evacuated from her home in London to her great aunt's enormous house in the West Country, she is expecting to be lonely. She's never been to school nor had any friends, and her family has been at the center of a scandal. But with the house being used to accommodate an entire class of evacuated schoolgirls, there's no time to think about her old life. Soon there's a horse in one of the bedrooms. The girls have taken over the house, and Lila is finding out that friends come in all shapes and sizes. I'm just very intrigued by that. Very excited. Olive and the Backstage Ghost by Michelle Schusterman. Olive Price doesn't have stage fright. She has mother fright. She just can't perform when she knows her mother will always be there, judging her, pushing her to smile harder, sing louder, be better. After she freezes during a theater camp audition under her mother's eye, Olive flees in despair. She finds herself at Maudeville, a beautiful old theater she's never noticed before. She enters, goes on stage, and sings her song. "Thank you for that lovely audition, darling," says a voice from the shadows. "I believe I have just the part for you." Olive is thrilled to work with Maud DeVore, a glamorous actress who owns the theater, and her eclectic cast of misfits. Yet gradually there are signs that Maudeville isn't exactly what it seems. Sometimes, just for a moment, it feels wrong. As opening day approaches, Olive's doubts and fears grow, but no matter what, this show must go on, and on, and on. So excited. I got this trilogy that I've been wanting for so long, and when I saw these editions with these covers, I was like, yes. It's Nightmare Academy trilogy by Dean Lorey. Book 1 is Charlie's Monsters. And then Monsters Revenge. And then Monster War. And all it says on the back is, your parents lied. There are monsters under your bed. Things do go bump in the night. But don't worry, at the Nightmare Academy, we bump back. There's just longer synopsis online, but very happy these sound right at my alley. Happy to finally have them. And then a duology I've been wanting for so long. Not sure what it's called. I know this is like a companion to this one, but the first book is Bigger Than a Bread Box, and these are by Laurel Snyder. I know, like Orphan Island was, I think, by her too. And then 7 Stories Up is the companion. Bigger Than a Bread Box, Stronger Than Magic. 12-year-old Rebecca has always dreamed of magic. She never imagined she'd actually find any, but then again, she also never imagined her entire life could change overnight. Rebecca's home is in Baltimore, and so is her dad, but her mom has dragged her and her little brother off to Atlanta to live at their grandmother's house until she can figure things out. And that looks like it's going to take a very long time. In her grand's attic, Rebecca discovers an old bread box with the power to grant any wish, so long as the wished-for thing fits in the bread box. An iPod, a diamond, even a seagull from Baltimore. Anything she wants is hers, except for the power to put her broken family back together. For a while, though, the magic bread box makes life away from home a little easier. Then suddenly it starts to make things much, much more difficult. And Rebecca is forced to decide not just where, but who she really wants to be. Excited to finally have those. And then I had the second, this is a 4-book series, I had the second book. So I got books 1, 3, and 4. Magnificent 12 series by Michael Grant. This is The Call. Then book 3, The Key. Book 4, The Power. Sometimes one hero isn't enough. Mac McAvoy suffers from a serious case of mediumness. Medium books, medium grades, and with a list of phobias that could make anyone crazy, Mac never would have guessed that he is destined for a more than medium life. And then one day, a 3,000-year-old man named Grimlock appears and delivers some startling news. Mac is one of the Magnificent 12. An evil force is on its way, and it's up to Mac to track down the 11 other 12-year-olds to stop it. He will battle the wicked Rescuable, also known as Risky. But Risky sounds a little scary, and Mac doesn't want to be a hero. Will he answer the call? So excited. Duology, The Ninja Librarians by Jen Swan Downey. First book is The Accidental Key Hand. And then naked hardbacks are the same. And then Sword in the Stacks. An overdue library book can change your life. So can a pet mongoose. When Dory and her brother Marcus chase Mo, an unusually foul-tempered mongoose, into the janitor's closet for their local library, they make an astonishing discovery. The headquarters of a secret society of ninja librarians. That's right, sword-swinging, karate-chopping, crime-fighting warrior librarians. Their mission? Protect those whose words get them into trouble anywhere in the world at any time in history. Petrarch's library is an amazing, jumbled, time-traveling secret base that can dock anywhere there's trouble, like the Spanish Inquisition or ancient Greece or Passaic, New Jersey. Dory would love nothing more than to join the society, fighting injustice with a real sword. But when a traitor surfaces, she and Marcus are prime suspects. Can they clear their names before the only passage back to the 21st century closes forever? Had my eye on these for so long, so I'm very excited. That synopsis has me wanting to read them now. This one I've been wanting for so long, and I'm so happy I finally got them. It's the Or Duology by Cam Beatty and Benny Zelkowicz. One is the Foundrys Edge. And the edges are like silver. This one too, kind of. This is Waybound. And then pages, don't mind the stickers. For Phoebe Plum, life in Meriden revolves around trading pranks with irksome servant Micah Tanner and waiting for her renowned father, Dr. Jules Plum, to return home. Chief surveyor for the Foundry, a global corporation with control of metal production and technology, Phoebe's father is in the field for months at a time. Father, I'll put to sleep. But when a sudden and unexpected reunion leads to father and daughters being abducted, Phoebe and would-be hero Micah finds themselves stranded in a stunning and volatile alien world, one that has been ruthlessly plundered by the Foundry for centuries and is the secret source of every comfort and innovation the two refugees have ever known. And I've been wanting these for so long, and they're beautiful. Very excited to have them. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Are you excited about any of these? Have you read any of them? Do you want to read any of them? Let me know in the comments. If you would like to subscribe, I would love that if you want to. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.